preamble. Good morning, bonjour. I'm very pleased to be joined here today by a big team of us here, Government of Canada team. I want to introduce Parliamentary Secretaries for Housing and Infrastructure, Jennifer McKelvey and Caroline Desrochers. We have just come from the floor of the House where we tabled the Build Canada Homes Act. And this legislation is the next major step in arming the federal government to tackle Canada's housing crisis. Today's legislation will create a permanent, affordable housing builder. Avec la création de Maison Canada comme bâtisseur permanent de logements abordables, la loi présentée aujourd'hui marque la prochaine étape pour répondre à la crise de logement au Canada. As the federal government's affordable housing builder, Build Canada Homes will become a Crown corporation focused on building affordable housing in communities across Canada. This new legislation will give Build Canada Homes the ability to provide partners with a flexible mix of financial tools, from grants, low-interest loans, and loan guarantees to equity investments. It will also give Build Canada Homes the ability to acquire and develop property and to build on public land. We are in a housing crisis, one that is the result of 3 decades of underinvestment in the construction and maintenance of Canada's affordable housing. At this pivotal time, Canadians elected us with a mandate to build. The clear commitment of our government is making here today is to build affordable housing, and this is tragically being ignored by both provincial and federal governments, and most of the time that I served as a mayor in Vancouver, which makes being here today to introduce legislation for Build Canada Homes particularly emotional for me. It's my first piece of legislation as Minister for Housing and Infrastructure, so this is personally very significant. Empowering Build Canada Homes is to fully step into its own as Canada's affordable housing builder. Our government is not only taking bold action for today and the affordable housing that we need so badly right now, but also looking far into the future. En donnant à Maison Canada les moyens de bâtir des logements abordables, notre gouvernement agit concrètement contre la crise du logement, tout en préparant l'avenir. By creating this lean, mission-driven organization, we are making a generational decision that affordable housing is and must remain a top priority of the federal government, and that we play a key role alongside local, provincial, and territorial governments in ensuring that everyone in Canada has a safe and affordable place to call home. The reality is that this is just a start. We're at the very beginning of the work that is needed, but despite the challenges, we are building momentum. Since its launch a few months ago, Build Canada Homes is working at a record pace. We've advanced 6 major affordable housing projects on public lands that will create over 4,000 homes. We partnered with local governments to cut red tape, to waive fees, and to fast-track approvals. This will unlock about 3,000 homes here in Ottawa. It will also unlock 1,430 homes in Nova Scotia. We fast-track construction of supportive housing projects like Dunn House Phase 2 in downtown Toronto to make sure we're tackling homelessness first and foremost. Nous avons établi un accord avec le Québec pour bâtir encore plus de logements à travers la province. And last week, we signed an agreement in principle with the government of Nunavut and Nunavut-Tungavik to build 750 homes across the territory in the north. Using factory-built housing from here in Ottawa to deliver affordable homes right away in Nunavut is a great example of how we can be our own best customer. Using Made in Canada solutions to tackle our unique and challenging housing needs, Build Canada Homes will boost up demand to empower Canadian businesses and manufacturing, making Canada's housing industry and our economy stronger at a critical time. One of the things that makes Canada unique is our climate. Our long, cold winters that we're in the middle of now mean short and high-pressure construction seasons. Build Canada Homes will invest in scaling up modern methods of construction and building technologies that keep us building homes efficiently all year long in factories across Canada. Just yesterday, Build Canada Homes launched a request for information to engage Canadian companies who specialize in these innovative methods of construction, including modular, panelized, and prefabricated systems. Maison Canada investit dans les technologies nécessaires pour bâtir plus rapidement, de manière plus durable et plus abordable. Nous créons aussi de bons emplois payants partout dans le pays. Build Canada Homes is investing in the technologies to build faster, more sustainably, and more affordably, creating good jobs across the home building sector in the process. Build Canada Homes will be Canada's builder, building the homes, the industry, and the economy that we need now more than ever. C'est le temps de bâtir. The best time to tackle the housing crisis was before it started. The next best time is right now. We need to build Canada Homes with the tools to unlock its full potential. And I'm confident my colleagues in the House of Commons will agree. It's time to pass the Build Canada Homes Act so we can build more affordable housing and we can build Canada strong. Merci. Thank you. Happy to take questions now. And
how will acquiring
yeah.
How will acquiring property work for the government? Like what's in this legislation to give you that power?
So the Build Canada Homes Act basically empowers a new Crown corporation to be able to acquire and develop property. Canada Lands Co. is now will move into Build Canada Homes. So there's an existing land bank of property that can be developed on pace. We can also use Build Canada Homes to acquire property and develop it more nimbly than an agency inside of a department.
In its mandate, why is there no target in terms of amount of units that you want Build Canada Homes to build? Like, how are we supposed to hold this agency to account when we don't even know what the target is?
Well, the accountability piece is very important. Build Canada Homes, as a Crown corporation, will clearly be accountable to Canadians and government. There aren't top-line targets set for the number of homes to build. There's $13 billion allocated in Budget 2025 to Build Canada Homes and Canada Lands Co. combined. That will be leveraged for maximum delivery of affordable housing. The number of homes that we can deliver does rely on how much private capital we can attract and crowd in to finance projects. So we'll be pushing to attract as much private capital as possible, getting far more affordable housing built than the typical model of just public funding.
On the private capital front, on the private capital front, is it true that Build Canada Homes wants to get the pensions involved in affordable housing?
Well, we certainly want all types of Canadian investment to be looking at opportunities to invest in affordable housing in Canada. Historically, pension funds and banks have not invested in affordable housing. There isn't a significant return. That said, by de-risking affordable housing over the long term, over many decades, Build Canada Homes has an opportunity to attract more private capital, such as from pension funds or banks. It's really about de-risking and putting a strong business case for them together so they can assure their shareholders of appropriate returns.
I have a question about the Canada Public Transit Fund. So last night you met with the big city mayors. They're concerned that this fund had originally been promised to be $30 billion over 10 years. Now they're hearing it's $25 billion. They're obviously very concerned about that, given all the demand for transit needs. What's your response to that?
Well, the good news is that public transit is now eligible as a component of the Building Community Strong Fund. As a former mayor who fought very hard to get public transit investment from all levels of government in my city, I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to make more capital available here in the federal government. The Build Community Strong Fund has tens of billions of dollars that public transit is eligible to access. The Canada Public Transit Fund does go from 30 to 25 billion in the budget. That is guaranteed funding. That is available to cities for public transit. And in addition to that, we have tens of billions more that's accessible through the Build Community Strong Fund. So that combination enables some more flexibility and more project-based funding as well.
But that other fund is things like hospitals and colleges that are not transit, right? So cities are saying, why are you cutting transit, like you just said, by $5 billion at a time when all the cities are worried about transit?
The Canada Public Transit Fund is one source for funding for public transit. The important thing here is making a lot more capital available and giving communities the flexibility, the option to access funding through the Build Community Strong Fund. So it's a much bigger pool of capital available. It's giving the options to the local communities to decide what their priorities are.
Minister, in terms of collaboration with Conservatives, we see Jamil Javani going down to the U.S. and he posted yesterday on social media that he had some good meetings and even said that there was a message from the President saying that he loves Canadians. What do you think about those efforts of Mr. Javani going down to the U.S. and whether or not they can be helpful?
I think at this point, the Prime Minister is our leader. That's who we need to be sure we are supporting in doing the work with not only the United States, but importantly, our allies around the world, building up trade opportunities, creating opportunities for the Canadian economy overseas. I think our Prime Minister has done a fantastic job in our relationship with the United States, despite the challenges we face. And at the same time, our job is to focus here at home. This team here is focused on delivering affordable housing for Canadians. That investment bolsters our economy. We can use Canadian materials, Canadian workers to do it. We have to take care of home base first and foremost. That's what our Prime Minister and our team are focused on.
Are you saying it shouldn't be a Team Canada effort and supporting no matter who goes down from Canada?
I think at this point, our leader is the Prime Minister, and he's done an exceptional job representing us with the United States and many different allies. We saw that leadership front and center in Davos, and we need him to continue to lead that charge. The rest of us can support by focusing on Canada first and foremost. So the freestyle approach, I don't think serves us as a country.
Minister, Trump has said repeatedly that he doesn't want housing prices to go down because he's concerned about homeowners losing value. Is that a view that your government shares?
Give me the beginning of that again?
Sure. President Trump has repeatedly said he doesn't want to see housing prices go down in the United States because he's concerned about homeowners losing value. Is that a view that your government shares?
Well, I think we all want to see the housing market work for Canadians. Whether you own a home and you've bought a home recently and you don't want the value declining given your mortgage terms, we want to be sure we have a stable housing market. We want to increase affordability by building affordable housing. That's why we need Build Canada Homes as a laser-focused public agency to deliver affordable housing. That will create more affordability options for Canadians, from supportive housing right into middle market and housing that seniors and young people need. So we need that combination of doing everything we can, like creating a Build Canada Homes as a Crown Corporation to deliver affordability, and at the same time keep a close eye on the housing market, make sure it's working for Canadians.
Are you anticipating housing prices?
If you're giving yourselves the power to appropriate land, does that mean that there is land you already have in mind for this? Do you expect cooperation from the private or public owners of this land you want to acquire? Where is it?
So there are enormous opportunities with federal land to build housing, first and foremost. So in terms of Build Canada Homes opportunity, as a Crown Corporation, it has more financial tools available. It has the opportunity to bring more industry talent in to drive the pace. And that combination of public and private talents and financing tools will be very helpful to scale up. We have huge opportunities to work with all levels of government. We have over 600 proposals now from levels of government, from the private sector, from nonprofits. Land is part of that equation. Build Canada Homes having flexibility to acquire land and develop it is a key component.
Okay, thank you.
We're good. Thank you, everyone, for coming.